event by Hi TV. And today we are at the Mayor's residence to see the personal point of view of Suket, Dhir and Sonali Dharmawardena's designs, both globally renowned and local renowned designers together in one showing. Come with me as we go through what they have to offer. With me, Suket. How are you feeling today?
Great.
And can you elaborate a little bit about what we can expect from the private point of view show that we're here today?
Well, the collection that I'm showing here is seeing the light of day for the first time. We haven't launched the collection yet back in India. We've done all the prints in-house. Basically, I do my own prints. I make my own textiles. I work a lot with the rich subcontinental heritage we have of crafts. Just like Sri Lanka, back home in India, we have our own traditional techniques of weaving and printing and embroideries, etc. So I like to use as many of those as possible. But I like to put them or present them in a more global format, more contemporary format. So most of the reinterpretations will be, you'll actually see miniature paintings, and the miniature paintings, instead of hunting or doing what the kings and princes used to do thousands of years back, you'll see them playing golf. So what you'll see here, you have prints which has a comic print. Now that print collection is inspired from Olympics, but what I've actually done is I've taken inspiration from, again, subcontinental architecture, the sculptures from our ancient temples and buildings, and we married those aesthetic of those sculptures to the Greek city of Olympus aesthetic, and combining that, we made a whole collage of comic strips of athletes playing different games and participating in different athletic events like archery, discus throwing, javelin, cycling, running, and many of the diving, boat rowing, etc. So you'll see all of that aesthetic. So when you focus on the garments, you'll actually be able to see all of these people in a very modern context.
I have with me Rosi Senanayaka. How are you feeling tonight?
Feeling good after watching the show, actually. I think, it was an excellent show. Especially Suket's designs, the fact that he launched his collection here at the Mayor's residence because he wanted a colonial backdrop for his launch of his new collection. And the fact that he didn't actually launch it in India and launched it here in Sri Lanka gives us a boost. To know that somebody, an internationally renowned designer would want to come and launch his collection in Sri Lanka is a plus point. And when they were looking for a colonial property and they called me and asked me, is there any property that you could name? I said, the best would be this because this property is almost 200 years old. And why don't you use this? Because it was on invitation. It was not a commercial thing. It was a launch. It was to boost the industry and also tourism. So I was basically thrilled with the collection. It was the craftsmanship, the designs was very 21st century, and the craft itself was phenomenal. So for me, you asked me how am I feeling? I'm feeling beautiful, and it's a lovely feeling after a fashion show of an internationally renowned designer and a locally renowned designer. I must say her collection is absolutely fantastic. I mean, Sonali's batik and her colors, her designs are something that is so unique, and the standards are so high. And this time in her collection, she had added some new. There was like gold, hand painted stuff into the batik. So what she does with batik and giving the local craftsman a boost, and also doing her creativity and bringing her creative talents into the craft is phenomenal. So even her line that she launched here was phenomenal.
I have with me Kumar Sangakkara. How are you feeling today?
Very well, thank you.
Can you tell us your thoughts about the collections that you saw today?
Yeah, they were very interesting, very beautiful. Both designers, quite different, but with a similar interest in fabric and expression through that of their art. So Sonali Dharmawardena, of course, the leading Sri Lankan designer in terms of traditional, taking a traditional craft and turning it into something that is universal. It's absolutely beautiful what she does with her expressions, where she draws her inspiration from the fabric and the prints. And in the same way, the fabric in the first collection, the intricate work and how they were presented speaks volumes for the creative ability of the two designers.
So you will be going for Colombo Fashion Week in the evening, I'm guessing. So what are you most excited for? What is the collection that you're looking forward to see?
I'm not sure whether I'm looking forward to a particular collection, but I think it's just, the cuts, the silhouettes, where they draw the inspiration from the fabrics. It's really to watch and learn and be inspired and enjoy, I think.
Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you're having a really good time right now.
Thank you.
I have with me Sonali Dharmawardena. How are you feeling today?
Good, thank you.
It's a beautiful collection. Can you explain a little bit about the concept behind it?
Yes, certainly. So when I introduced the collection, I was telling people that my love for Sri Lanka is all to do with nature and what surrounds me. And I have always been influenced by that. So my take will always be, in some form or way, part about the environment. And this collection is no different. But you will see that in each season, I will use the same inspiration and translate it in a different way.
Can you elaborate a little bit about what we can expect from the whole expanse of the collection for Colombo Fashion Week?
I can tell it in a simple way. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
I have with me Shabib Muzammil. How are you feeling today?
Great, thank you.
I'm assuming you're going for Colombo Fashion Week in the night. And what is the collection that you're most excited for?
All of them really, but I think everyone's bringing the A game as they always do. And we have a couple of the Indian designers this time as well, like Suket as well. And I think I've seen what's going on at rehearsals and it's amazing. I think everyone basically.
Thank you, Shabib. I hope you're having a good time.
You too, have a great night.
I have with me Hali. How are you feeling tonight?
Good, thank you. Yeah.
From today's collection, what stood out to you the most?
First of all, it's lovely to be out after nearly 3 years. I think it's a fabric, basically. Both are artists. You can see from the fabric. I love the detailed fabric. Both collections were amazing, actually. Yeah.
Is there like a slight preference to one?
I can't do that. Of course, local heritage. Sonali Dharmawardena's work. We have always, for the longest time now, it's been about 7 years. I've always admired her work and how she presents herself, and the amount of work that goes into her fabric. But in both collections, what I saw was the intricate details. In the first one, it was the weaving, and in Sonali's, it was basically the amount of art that has gone into creativity.
I have with me Indi. How are you feeling today?
Good, how are you?
I'm great as well. Just want to get your thoughts about the collections that you saw today.
Oh, I loved it. First, to start with our own Sonali, I think the artistic impression of hers is like always just very different from everyone, and it's. I mean, I'm a fan. I love her work.
So, your thoughts about
Mention about Suket. I've been eyeing on one piece and I spoke to him about it. Unfortunately, it's the first time it's seeing the daylight, as he said. It's amazing. It's all like, ethically produced, and it's a beautiful story behind it. Loved it.
I have with me Pirine Fernando. How are you feeling today?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you.
And from today's collection, do you have any thoughts that you would like to offer?
Well, I mean, Sonali is just amazing. She always, doesn't seem to disappoint us. I love her show. I love her collection. And I like that she keeps to, her culture and, but still adds a little, Western cutting edge to her designs.
And what was the highlight in Suket Dhir's presentation of his collection today?
Well, I mean, I like the color, and I like that he used combat boots with, skirts and shorts. But most of all, I like that he used models that were like almost gender neutral, because I think that's like something that we need to, highlight more in the world. And I think fashion is doing it, really well. And I think I was so, happy to see that in Sri Lanka, because I haven't been here in a long time, and I haven't been to Fashion Week in a long time. So that was like something, was a breath of fresh air to see that he had used, models that would not just, one way, It seemed like beauty comes in all different shapes and sizes. And, I like that, he used, different looking models.
I have with me Charini. How are you feeling today?
Very good.
And from what you saw today, what stood out to you the most from both collections?
They were equally really talented designers' collections, so can't pick one because it's two different techniques. One was very beautiful, Prince, and Sonali, of course, she's like so great with her batik. So two different vibes. I like both collections. I mean, I would literally buy and wear both from both collections.
And we have come to yet another close of an event by Hi TV. I hope you had a great time looking at the designs that Sonali Dharmawardena and Suket Dhir had to offer. Nisri Guru Singha signing out.